Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you don't know me, I'm Cyrus. Today we're going to be talking about how to strap a car down. This is important if you are trailering your car somewhere, if you're moving across state or something and you don't want to drive it, or if you're racing or doing something that you need to haul your car somewhere. It's very important. Non-disclosure. Strapping cars can be a little tricky sometimes, so I'm not responsible if your car falls off the trailer because things happen and sometimes it can be a little hard. So basically, the functionality of it is you need to hold the car down. So basically, when you hit a bump or something, this car and this trailer need to be pretty much one. So that's why you need these straps. I got these from Vehicle X. They're a pretty good place. I don't know. They're the best straps I've found. And they're good for dirt bikes and all sorts of stuff. This is wheel straps. They make axle straps and other stuff too. These are the most simple. If your truck or car is over about 5,000–6,000 pounds, I would use chains. They work the exact same, but you chain them and then you use what's called a binder to tighten them. Basically, the way I do it, some people do it in very interesting ways. Some people hug the tire, which is going to go around the wheel and tighten this. What I do is I turn it, I go through the ring, through the brakes, and then if your car has enough room like this one, I tie it right down here. But like my Hellcat, it's bigger, so it gets tied right here, and I've welded those on. Those aren't from this trailer, but this way you can't damage your suspension. If you're hugging the wheel and you turn it that way, and it turns the wheel, you're going to damage your outer tie rods and maybe your steering rack if you really did it bad. So this is the safest way to do it, is like that. And then what you do, you should take these ratchet straps here. And if you don't know how to use ratchet straps, do a video, watch a YouTube video on it. They're pretty simple. But basically, they're just like, just think of them like a loop, just pull them through. And some people like put them back through down here. I don't do that. But I'm not a handyman, so I'm not telling you how to do it. So, right here, put this on, like that. And every car trailer is different. Some of them don't have these. Some of them don't have them where they clip. Some ratchets don't have them where they clip. And then in that case, you gotta be more careful, because if this comes loose, it's gonna fall. And then, you have a problem. So basically then what I do is I take, you wanna make sure this is straight, right? See? So, and I'm gonna have a lot of room here. But I'm not towing my car. If I was towing my car, I'd probably move it back a little bit. But then you pull it through like this and make sure you do not get the rubbing bound up like that, because that is how it'll go into a knot, and then yeah, you have an issue. So like that, just pull it until it's tight, and then just ratchet it until your car starts moving a little like that, and that means you're good. So at that point, you can click it one more time and pull up and lock it, and then that won't move. And then to feel it, that's very firm, that's not moving anywhere. And then what you can do is, I have so much slack, what you want to do is you want to use these Velcro strips. If you had less room, if you have more room, you would just come back like this, obviously in a straight line, but Velcro them. But in this sense, you just got to roll them. So take them, do this carefully. And then that, and then Velcro. And you gotta do these on all four wheels, and this is not as good as it could be. This should be more tight up here, but then you can just take them and run them back up like that. That's kind of a simple way to strap a car, and I'm going to do it on all four now, and then I'll talk to you after I do that. So I strapped it down. So basically, you need to do all four wheels. You need to make sure they're going in opposite directions. So this one's pulling this way, that one's pulling that way. So basically, they're pulling against each other, and that makes it so basically this car will be just like the trailer. It will not move any different. When the trailer bumps, it will bump too. And if you hit a bump, the car will not move. Basically, think about it this way. that you need to keep the car down, so if you hit something and that causes the car to fly up, that it's not gonna move. So I've hit bumps, you know, I've hit potholes this deep and the car doesn't move. The car just goes right with the trailer. I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm just saying that's like what you're supposed to, what the strapping, how you're supposed to strap them is so the car and the trailer are one. So just think about it that way. You never want to go too high. You don't want to strap them like up here, because if your wheel turns, that's gonna knock your strap loose. So if the strap comes loose, it could be a problem. Your car's gonna move, whatever. Due to the friction, these are gonna loosen up. So when you're driving long distance, you want to stop about every 180 miles. Just because. So if you're going long distance, you want to stop about every 150 miles. And you want to go all around the trailer and just really decent tug. And if the strap like just flops, then you gotta just, you know, retighten it. You know, just I didn't even mess with the Velcro. I didn't think it mattered. You're not tightening them that much. So you just want to unlock them, click them once or twice, and that'll tighten them enough that they will not move. And you just want to do that on all four, about every 170 miles to be safe. You want to watch. You want to look out your mirror a lot to see this strap here, this slack, because it will go flapping if, you know, this Velcro breaks. It's gonna go flying around, and then it's dangerous for other cars. You know, it'll extend this far out easily if your slack comes on Velcro. It actually happened to me in the middle of Wyoming, and I tore the shit out of the back of my strap here. Good luck. Scraped asphalt going 90 miles an hour. So I mean, you don't want to do that, because basically what happened was I just filled up with gas. I just noticed it starting to come undone. I'm like, fine, whatever. And then I went like 100 miles because there was nowhere to stop that was decent. And I don't want to stop on the side of the road. I've heard of way too many nightmare stories of people strapping cars down when they're truckers and all sorts of stuff. And then they get hit by a car or, you know, something like that, because obviously that's dangerous. Most people don't know to get over in the left lane when there's a car on the side of the road. So that means you gotta, I like to stop at gas stations or like a big pull out or something. But basically, and then when I got it, this thing was already torn through like that. So I mean, this strap is not technically overly safe now, but I'm not going anywhere very far. I'm just gonna drive it around, you know, 5 miles probably, because for this video. But I am gonna get new straps before I tow a long ways again. Let's go driving now. Hey guys, how are you? Let's go for a drive. Don't need to see that. Let's go for a drive now. If you wonder what I'm carrying, Hellcat Bro. We're not gonna talk about that anymore, though. We're not a gun YouTuber. And if you've towed a bit in your lifetime, you're gonna know you want to put the exhaust brake on. So basically, you want to put the exhaust brake to auto, tow haul on, and this parking sensor is gonna come automatically off. You can go to your towing pages here. I thought I had them, but you can go here to towing pages on your trailer or on your cluster over here, and it'll say, you know, braking gain 5. You can change that right here. This is just a disconnector, so like if your brakes get too high, you don't need that. But I set the gain to 5. I think that's good for, you know, the weight I'm hauling and all that. So now let's go driving. I'll talk a little bit more about it. And always put your parking brake on to lock up the wheels. I don't have a parking brake on my drift car, so I just put it in gear. And you don't want to take tight turns when you're driving a trailer. That's just common sense. But I'm trying to just educate you about how to haul a car. I'm not really talking about trailer driving. I am going to do another video on that, about how to properly drive a trailer, because that's kind of something people think it's so hard, but it's really not. So I'm going to explain that a little bit, you know. But basically, this is just a quick thing to say right here, that when you're driving, you know, never hurry with the trailer, because that's not a very smart idea to drive too fast when you're hauling a car or anything like that. always check your straps when you're stopped. Like every time you stop, just check them. That's a habit now. Like every time I stop when I'm trailering, I go check my straps. It doesn't matter if I've gone 30 miles or 500 miles. Every time you stop, you need to just check your straps and never go more than 200 miles, because when I was driving, I tend to learn, my Hellcat is heavier, so that's going to change things up a little bit. But when I'd stop at about 225 miles, my straps would be completely loose. But maybe other cars are different because they're lighter. I haven't trailered my drift car that far, so we'll see once I do that a little bit. But it's sorry. You don't want your straps to come too loose. So I would stop every 150 miles to make that a habit. When you're driving with the trailer, stop every 150 miles. Pull into a gas station or something like that, I would recommend. If there's a big line at the gas pump, either just make them wait or pull into a parking spot and check. I like the big truck stops like Love's or 76, is it? Because those have bigger pumps, more meant for trailers. Like I have a Buc-ee's here in Colorado. Look it up. They came here a few months ago. They have big stops if you're in Texas, or like trying to think. Just any truck stop that has a lot of trucks going is gonna have good spots for trailer driving, because you know they have to be careful because they're truckers. And they have to pull into big spots. You can pull into truck pumps. I don't with this trailer. It's just a little bit too small, and I don't want to be disrespectful to the people who, you know, are delivering us food and taking care of America. I mean, nobody gives truckers credit, but they are true patriots, because they don't defend. They are who we wouldn't eat if there weren't for truckers. So I always respect them, give them their spots to fill up. So I would not go to truck pumps unless I had something really, really big, like 40 feet plus. I wouldn't go to a truck pump unless that. And then you're almost with the truckers. I guess that's it for today's video. I just wanted to do a quick video on how to haul a trailer. I think that was a very informational thing to talk about. Be safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.